The Grand Duchy of AlkenStar is technically a vassal of the nation of Nex to the north of the Mana Waste itself, and the Grand Duchess Trieta Riccia, by letter of the law, should report to her as the ruler of that land. In practice, however, AlkenStar remains a fairly independent city-state and a force of neutrality between the rival nations of Nex and Geb. The small nation is governed by a high parliament consisting of 73 ministries, representing the various factions in the 3 settlements and small rural sections of the city-state realm. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the All Guns, No Glory podcast, Pathfinder's Outlaws of AlkenStar 3-book adventure, taking our players from level 1 to level 10. Something you should know. There is an optional rule and standard in the lore of this area of Nex and Geb and AlkenStar that magic does not work specifically to the rules, if at all. In the adventure, it gives you the option to hand-wave that. But since we have an eager sorcerer, a back-alley chopdock, as it were, who is skilled in the skill of medicine. Did I say skilled of skill? Oh. As he is a sorcerer with angelic celestial bloodlines, bringing healing, which technically is necromancy, to the streets of Skyside. We'll see how they do on the magical dead zone side, known as smoke side, the industrial side. I'm going to bring us right back to the action. But before we do, a quick reminder, quick word from our sponsor. No, I'm just kidding. A quick reminder, who do we have in the house? Who's who? So going around the room, oh so gently, oh so delicately, oh so quickly as I can, we're going to remind you that standing in the doorway of this former temple to Adabar, now a depository bank of Mr. Mugland and the ne'er-do-wells that bank here, we have one Atticus Smokefur, catfolk inventor, who did not technically say reach for the sky. I was really kind of hoping for that, but he has manufactured a unique rifle, snapped it together, and put one round into the ceiling, freaking everybody out. In full disguise, because of our hats of disguise, the party is waltzed in with different faces, taking this to a brand new level. Playing Mr. Gossamer, a NPC swapped in the middle of the night with a player. Mr. Corey Chaison is with us tonight, playing... Who are you at the moment?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot tell you just who I am. I am the pretty little dancing girl. You can call me Jessica.
Jessica, formal adductions.
You know, Jessica Redhead. You may have heard of her from before.
Not till now, but I can't wait to hear more from her soon. Playing another lady by a lady, author of the Amazon novel Evening Star, we have playing Carissa Amberhart, halfling with some muddled ancestry that we'll get into later, a gunslinger, not a half pint, because this woman has pulled out a hand cannon and is controlling the crowd on the east side of the building. Welcome to the show, Samantha Curl.
Thank you, thank you. As you said, I am playing Carissa, and I don't think I've really got everything under control on the east side just yet.
We'll see. It's a kind of itchy trigger finger you got. Now, the man with the plan, a bleached gnome from parts unknown and heritage divine, was clever enough to go after some keys. So far, they've got us through the teller wall and into the back room. Though he still stands at the door, please welcome Benzo Globe Figures, the gnome sorcerer played by Matt Spiegler tonight.
Well, how's it going there, Jeff? We got a great game tonight. I'm looking forward to it. We got everyone up here in the bank. We're gonna rob them tonight. We're gonna get away with these mooks cash, all right?
Remind me to do a bit where you get over to the airfield and you get up into like one of the airships and you get a loudspeaker, like, you know, doing commentary for like a football game or something, and everyone's like, "What'd you do here?" So invisible, so charming, man. A few words.
Happy to be here.
No, I wasn't talking about you. I'm talking about, this is Drew's introduction. Playing Sunny. So charming, so adorable, man, a few words. Sunny, our elvish, also with muddled heritage, rogue, has accessed the bank vault. I mean, the huge vault door lies open. But to his chagrin, a metal gated door, sort of a portcullis with a gate built into it, with 2 simple locks, bars his way at the end of his turn. Please welcome Andrew Malburg to the cast.
Hey, I'll be bringing the pokies to this gunfight.
The pokies?
The pokies, the stabbies.
Oh, stabby quest. All right. I'm feeling. So, without any further ado, the cast is set. The bank tellers are frozen in fear. And has everybody hit the floor? No. Several, if not at least 4 ne'er-do-wells stand forth, bring out clubs or whatever they get their hands on, and they say to the party, "You mess with the wrong bank. Muglin's sure to pay us for your heads. Isn't that right?" "Well, that's right. Why do we all sound the same?" "I don't know. Probably because he used the same damn mini." "Oh, well." And now they're a problem, as they not surround you, but they are all amongst the patrons. So, shifting the turn, I believe, hopefully we're not going to cost Sunbar a turn. I believe, Drew, you said your turn ended with you barely peeking into the room.
I'm pretty sure that's where we ended.
Okay, inside the bank vault, which is 25 by 25, you see 2 more clockwork handlers. You see a large table and a chest upon it through the bars. But those locks remain a problem, which brings us to Carissa Amberheart. You are up. Atticus, get ready. You're on deck. Carissa, what do you want to do?
Well, last time around I got surrounded, did I not?
You almost did. 2 people have come forth and are sort of in the way, but the ones you got to really worry about are the minis marked in red. One in a chair who jumps up and one on a couch.
Okay. So I kind of want to step away from these people.
You know what? I think I had them backwards. I might have actually moved. Yeah, I did. I moved the wrong mini because I had double minis. Like I had them some mundane people, you know, and then they're actually, you know, red. So here we go. That's a little better. So standing in the middle of this, shall we say, lounge that's to the east along the bank teller line, kicks back with a door behind it. There's a couch on the wall, a table, a bench, and a chair in a corner. There is a guy adjacent to you directly to your north, and there's a guy directly in front of you to your east. The party is behind you to the west, teller line to the south. What do you want to do?
Okay, so I would like to move away from these 2.
Okay. If you stride, you might provoke attacks of opportunity. Not all monsters and people have that. However, there's an action you can call called step. It does cost a single action like striding, but basically it is the old 5-foot step, which does not provoke. Unless you really want to jet across the room somewhere.
No, 5-foot step works.
All right. So, unfortunately, if you step away, no matter which way you go, you are going to be adjacent to one of them because there is a third one in the bank teller line behind you. See this guy?
Yeah, I see him.
Okay, so where do you want to go? Feel free to move. Straight down?
Yep.
Okay, and what? 2 actions left.
I guess I will...
Don't think, just do. Action ready. Sorry. Shoot. All right. Who are you going to shoot?
The one directly behind me?
So the one on the till line?
No. Towards the couch. Chair.
Okay. All right. Got him lined up for your shot. Feel free. Fire away. I always picture the hand cannon to be like those pipes,
Nice.
you know, Pirates of the Caribbean, where you like hit the fuse and there's that 2-second delay as you just kind of see it burn a wick really, you know, surely. Ba-boom! Off goes the cannon straight at white collar criminal number 4.
4 to hit. I mean damage.
21
to hit. 4 to damage.
Bam! Putting a great big hole in this guy. Now, I will not reveal their hit points. However, they do have a health status which is revealed. Okay? There is light, moderate, heavy, and critically damaged, which basically is, above 75%, above 50%, above 25%, and down in the 0 to 25% left of their hit points, hence critical. And you've dropped this guy below half. He is heavily wounded, a gaping hole in his side. How many actions does it take for you to set that sucker off? Just one?
I think just one, yeah.
You had it out. Okay.
Yes, I did have it out.
Does it have a reload?
I'm looking.
It should have at least one action to reload that, if not more. Unless you want to move
one
or do
to
something
reload.
else. Okay.
So I will reload and just stay where I'm at.
All right. I'm pretty sure these guys aren't amazing enough to actually have attacks of opportunity, so interacting with with something in front of someone may cause, in some situations, attack of opportunity, but I think you're good for now. Reloaded, we go to Atticus, Bellamy, Smokefur.
Well, I'm just going to level my rifle at the closest of these white collar. Well, actually, quick question: the doors to the north, are they wide open, and can I see these clockworky looking dudes?
I believe Benzo closed the doors, but I will be kind enough to put those little porthole windows with the bars, so you could, placing it on the map. Let's say, to be fair, give me a perception check. Cost you an action.
No, never mind then. I have a very specific set of actions I want to perform.
Okay, I will tell you this. You passed them outside within 60 feet, and you yourself started the action by shooting the ceiling. You kind of know they're coming.
Sure. If the door is closed, even with the porthole, I probably wouldn't take the shot. There'd be a penalty there.
I thought you just go and bar the door or open the door and then go, hi! Yeah.
No.
Okay.
This gentleman here, Mr. White Collar Criminal 3, I'm gonna target him, and I'm gonna line up my shot and take it.
All right.
Oh no.
Critical miss. Let's talk about inventors with items that they themselves invented with critical misses. Is there any fun? Any kind of flowchart? Any sort of critical success, failure? Come on.
I'm pretty sure. Let me talk, Jeff. Jeez.
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure there is something that happens. I'm pretty sure it breaks. I don't know exactly if that's just bad for me or bad for everyone around me. But I'm going to find out. I know there's an explosion function, but I don't think it's like what's the word I'm looking for? I don't think it's a detrimental function. So that being said, I want to say unstable.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. Let me go on to gauze for a moment. Okay, and you look that up. We'll come back to you before we move time. So,
okay,
almost Gauze's turn. Gauze, I will let you act. Miss Jessica, sorry. What do you want to do?
Well, Miss Jeff, I'm not sure what exactly it is I want to do. There are just too many gentlemen in here that need a good kick in the shins. But there's this one right here, right beside me, this white collar criminal 1. I'm going to reach up under my dress with both of my hands, and I'm going to grab my knuckle dusters, and I'm going to punch him right in the nose.
Please tell me they're in the front, like you just kind of go in the hoop.
Oh, you never know when you might find things up underneath my dress now.
All right.
Don't be like that.
Because you're right next to a counter, and because there is a guy, adjacent blocking, I'm going to go with the guy's shield penalty. So just please take a -1 in the modifier, bottom left of Fantasy Grounds.
I don't know.
You guys are already all fatigued taking penalties. Keep that in mind. So
I'm not fatigued. I'm a lady. I do not need all the rest that all you boys need. You guys just do not understand how to handle things.
Can I have a deception check? If you can hit 20 with a deception check, I will actually remove your fatigue condition.
Oh, look at that.
No, I'm just kidding. I can't remove your fatigue because I know you didn't sleep last night.
Is not
Moving
fair.
on.
Why do you tease me like that?
He is such a tease.
Apparently, we are going to find him, and we are going to have to set him straight.
All right. Criminal 1 is targeted. Swing.
Well,
Interacting with your dress and your weapon. You pull him out, and
I'm trying, Mr. Jeff, but there we go. Please. I don't think a number 7 is probably going to break this gentleman's nose.
Rest gets in the way.
Ooh.
So you want to take it this way? Move down the
so
line.
Does that mean since I have a knuckle duster, one on each hand, does that mean I get a number 1 hit with my other hand?
Technically it's a double jab with the right, because when we get into 2-weapon wielding, there's penalties, but
all right. Let's see. Oh, look at that! I got a 21.
All right, now let me just double check.
Oh, you know what?
You forgot the penalty.
It's a 20. You are correct. I did not, so I got a 20.
That's fine. It still hits. Can I have damage? I can just see this guy looking at you, and then his head drops as he looks you fumbling with your dress, and then you look up, smile, and give him the uppercut after a fake jab.
Absolutely. We're just going to smile and show him them pearly whites, and we're going to punch him right in the nose with a number 4.
Lord. That combo number 4?
Absolutely.
Corey's all in tonight. All right. Again, you wail on this guy. Uppercut, jaw bleeding, and heavily damage this dude. Atticus, how are we making out over there?
All right, so for starters, the attack is automatically a failure. I now need to do a DC 5 flat check. So just roll a D20.
Yeah, just pick up the actual virtual dice and drop it in the chat there. 15 success.
The weapon is just a failure, basically.
Okay. So you had your gun out, right? And you shot it. So as one action, you reload, and as your second action, you thought about peering at the door, but now, so we canceled that action, and now you fire it off at, who are you shooting at?
I was shooting at White Collar Criminal 3. And I had reloaded after my shot.
The people in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, did you manage to reload last round?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So
yeah.
You take a shot at this guy, but you
reload.
Miss. Okay, so
then I'm gonna move. Let's see. Where do I want to stride to? See, I'm right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll move 15 feet west and 5 feet south.
Okay. So heading around towards our gnome and jutting up with Jessica. And that's you, sir. Hold on.
Yep, that's me.
You get there just in time to see head go down. 2 heads go down, dress goes up, and up comes the knuckles with a fake, and then a solid hit. Skipping the GM token, which is just my way of seeing double map for the audience that we're recording for at home. Moving through NPCs and other people that you may not be aware of, bringing us finally into round 3 with Benzo Glowfingers at the teller side door. What do you want to do, Benzo? Besides unmute. As a single action. Maybe I should have that cost you guys an action. Unmute is an action.
Rude.
What do you want to do, Benzo?
Well, I'm going to head through the doorway and start heading towards the vault with Sunny.
All right. 10, 15, 20. What's your movement?
20.
Okay. Single action puts you here.
Or no, 25. 25 is my movement.
Okay. 25 puts you right behind him. Do you want to just go walk past him and go up to the door?
Yeah, because I got I think I still have the keys.
10, 15, 20. Okay. Coming up on the door, it is a barrier, so no perception check needed. It is very obviously closed. The door is in its center, so I've placed you in its center. You're kind of out in the open, but you're in front of 2 keyholes. And as a last interaction, because I know you've had your keys in your hand, as an interact, you can pick one lock and try your luck. Here's the thing. You've got several keys, so you're eliminating the one key that you've used. Were there 4 on this ring or 3? I think there were 3 keys.
I was gonna say, weren't we rolling a D4? I remember rolling like a flat D4.
Was it? All right.
And the first roll was the wrong key. And then
Okay.
the second roll was the right key, and that was a number 4. So
Okay.
the number 4 key, I know I don't need to use that one. So now it's either 1, 2, or 3.
Okay, so roll a D3. So what you can do is you can right-click on your 6-sided at the bottom. See the mystery cube dice?
Yeah,
Okay, click on it. And then you have
D3.
Yeah, there's 3 more, but if you hover over the one to the left, it's a D3 and you can pull it and drop it. Key number 3. Okay. Pulls a key, pick a lock, left or right.
Left.
Okay. This key, 3, does not work in the east lock. Selecting key and jamming in and frantically trying to turn it,
Yep.
hang on, we're going to call that a full single action, and you are done, sir.
I'm done.
All right. Now we have outside the brokers. They hear the shot because they got perception. They double move to the door, and that's where they stood, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. You guys did not have time to lock or bar or anything in the store. You just closed them for effect. So, opening a door and coming through, we have Mr. Gold Tank Broker, number 1, steps into the room and makes a perception check. So that's it. Like, this thing comes in and looks around trying to figure out what's going on. You see there's people with weapons, there's civilians with weapons, there's civilians freaking out. So it basically opens the door, comes in, looks around. That's it. Trying to figure out what's going on. The other one comes through the open doorway, moves to the side. So 5, 10, 15. Also stops in the doorway, so that's a single move. It makes a perception check, trying to figure out what's going on, friend or foe. And I believe it's not biggest threat. It might actually be closest threat. So there is an armed civilian right in front of it. So it, puts up the hand and, squeaks and rattles as if it wants it to, drop said weapon. And it takes a swing with a fist at White Collar Criminal 3. I really don't see why not. Hits him. With this hit, doing 1d4 plus 4 bludgeoning damage, it gets a free grab. Okay? And as... what have I done? Okay, I can't do my double hog tie. So basically, it gets a good hit, and it grabs a hold of him, and it's done. Next, we have inside the actual clockwork, as a single action, just sitting there making perception checks, we see, someone that is not a bank teller at the door. And it's watching you. But this person pulls out keys like a bank teller and starts jiggling them in the lock. So this thing approaches 5, 10, 15, 20, just, doesn't go to the door, just comes over and, perceives, trying to figure out who you are and what the hell you're doing. And that's it. As does the other one. Steps out. They don't raise weapons. They just close on the door, stand 10 feet away, and observe you. The second one, their heads are kind of like a bucket, and it pulls the back of its head, and this lid flips open, and there's a bullseye lantern in its head, and it shines light at you. Now, it is pretty much lit in the room, but the vault, not quite as much, more like ambient lighting. It's almost inadvertently giving you better shining light for you, so you can see what you're doing. And that's that clockwork. Now we go to the actual criminals. You punch dude in the face. He's like, I ain't got reservations about hitting a lady, but you know what? Damn. You hit as hard as my sister. And with a -1, because again, trying to breach the counter, and the same, buddy takes the same penalty as you, dude swings at you with a club. With a natural 20, just comes straight down on your head, dude. Damaging, 2d4 plus 2 damage. First dice 4, second dice 2, with 4 total for 10 points of damage, and Gossamer is wounded. That's attack number 1, taking a -5 penalty. just to be nice. Maybe a club's -4, but I'll be nice. He takes a second swing at you and misses, not terribly. Goss, what is your AC, Goss? Didn't say crit
Well,
miss, but
I don't know, but it's a lot more than what you were going to give me, because I tell you, I'm going to kick this guy right in his shins with my pointage too, and he is not going to be happy.
18. Okay.
18.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I can look it up while you're stalling with the charm. That's fine. Got no problem with that. If you see my lift my head, so I'm looking through the bottom of my vocals, that means I'm looking for it myself. Feel free to roleplay to fill the dead air. Okay. 2 swings, 1 good one, 1 bad one. Not going to risk a third. I will, however, give the person in front of me a shove. Shove. At -8. Get out of the way. Shove. And they just kind of like, get lower. White collar criminal. Number 2. Takes a step forward towards our lady with the big cannon and targets her and takes a swing. Club swing number 1. 16 for a hit on Carissa. Here comes damage. 1d4 plus 2. Boom! Hits you hard in the shoulder for 6 points of damage. And happy gleefully with the momentum, swings around, -5 the second hit, and tries to hit you a second time with a miss. He is done. Next, we have criminal number 3. This is the guy our clockwork hit, and he's like, I'm on your side. I'm trying to keep Mugland in the bank business, you stupid bucket of bolts. Anyway, he drops his weapon, right, and tells him that, I'm good. I'm on your side. And, tries to do the, hey, forget it. So he's really not doing anything to you guys this round. So he's nicely tied up, in a manner of speaking. Next, we have the other criminal. He's going to take a single step south following Miss Cannon. And again, is going to... Whoops. Sorry, not again. New guy, but unfortunately for Sam's character, a solid hit. D4 plus 2. 3 points of damage. Our gunslinger is heavily damaged. And -5. It kind of reminds me of Corey in the last encounter in the last show. Got swarmed by the I want to say Minox, but that's Star Wars. By the Mudlocks? Morlocks. Yeah, so don't worry, Sam. It just happens to be your turn in more ways than one. -5, second swing. Hey-oh! Critical miss. He swings, hits you once, tries to get a backhand, and comes across, and you've got your cannon up, you're trying to load it and everything, and he hits it hard, and he actually drops his club with a critical miss. Sunamar.
All right, I think I'm going to take a step over towards my gnome friend.
Mm-hmm.
But rather than take the keys from him and try, I think I'm going to talk to the clockwork handlers. And I want to... Well, there's a bank robbery going on just behind us. Good thing you're here. We need to get into the safe and make sure the money's secure.
Okay.
Would that be like a diplomacy, deception type?
Deception?
With the 22.
Okay. They won't react until their turn. So you happy with that and just see where it lies? Because we're in rounds.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I can really do.
Is there something,
moment.
maybe, if I may make a suggestion, is there something you want to do on the down low? Like, just in case this doesn't work, a little sleight of hand, get the tools ready or something? Because you are kind of peeking halfway around the bar. Like, you've got half a wall cover. There is, you could proverbially draw a weapon or, you know what I mean, out of their view.
Yeah, could I...
Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, the coaching will stop right after the first fight.
Is it possible to take out a weapon like behind my back?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
A sleight of hand?
Yeah, because you actually have half a wall cover, so sure. So another deception roll.
Deception. With a 7.
Okay. An action left. Anything else you want to do?
Nope, that's all 3 of mine.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because you stepped up. Carissa, this does not look good. I'm sure you've been in worse scrapes considering your vocation, but to step back, okay, well, at least the guy behind you dropped his weapon, but you are getting mauled by these 2 dudes, and everyone else has kind of run off to the other side of the room and has, left you alone to cover this side of the room alone. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm going to step away, but like that far towards the actual.
Sure. Like towards put your back to a wall kind of thing? Sure. One down, one
yeah.
over? Yep, no problem. Believe these guys are not quite so awesome. Let me just double check. I don't think these guys have like attacks of opportunity. So, run away. Strategically
I'm not running away.
Shift south. Get your back up to that till there. We'll cover there. Okay. And did you reload last round?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so what do you want to do now?
Shoot.
Same guy?
Yep.
Okay.
Shoot fire.
This is the guy that dropped.
Yeah.
This is the guy that dropped his weapon. By the way, you're shooting an unarmed assailant. Just so we know.
I don't care.
Critical hit.
27 to hit.
Critical hit. Well, he did hit you once, so fair's fair, I guess. All's fair in love and bank robberies. Their eyes met. He looks at you, almost hopeful, dropping his weapon. You look at him down the sights of your cannon, and
8 points of damage.
and you drop him. He drops to the floor.
Good.
Okay, that's 2 actions. You want to
Reload.
Death on halfling small wings. All right. Brings us to the Catman.
So how tall is this counter here next to us?
I'm assuming this is the proverbial chest height to like do up bank statements and stuff, and it's a peating so people can't like jump it. You can use acrobatics and athletics to hop on and hop over, but I would say it would impede melee, but not really missile fire.
Cool. I'm going to try and use acrobatics to hop up on it.
Okay.
As part of my movement.
There's a chick in a dress right in front of you. You could just like vault the shoulders if you want.
Yeah, totally.
Bend over.
I'll tip my hat at Goss, ma'am, and try and hop.
Okay. He presents one leg. He presents a sexy leg, but it's actually like a one-up. He gives you the knee for like a step, and whoop, up you go.
Yep.
Okay. Athletics, acrobatics.
Your choice. They are the... Oh, I'll do acrobatics.
Yeah.
I am just not rolling great tonight.
10's not bad, and it's actually what you need.
Sweet. So, does that cost all of my movement to hop on up there? How much extra movement?
It's part of your movement as far as I know. So,
10, 15.
now you're on difficult terrain, and as you move, I want more acrobatics check as you do the tightrope thing. So your movement's about to be halved. So you mount. Whoops.
5, 10.
Right.
This would make me 20.
So you round down, right? So what is your movement?
Yep. 25.
Okay, so rounding down, that would give you 10 foot per action.
Yep.
Okay, so you're at 5. That's 10. Is that where you want to be? Leaving you a single action?
No, I'll stop here.
Okay. What do you want to do? So that's 2 actions. One's to get up, one to move. Oh, I need an acrobatics check so you don't fall off.
So it consumed my entire action to hop up here? That's what I was asking. Like, is it part of my movement or...
Yeah, it's part of your movement. So your first action is to go through a friendly for free and hop up with acrobatics. I see 10.
Right.
I like that. You're in the first square. Here you are. Okay, now you're on a precarious surface. So I need acrobatics checks for you to move forward, and your movement is instantly halved.
Okay.
So
I was unsure. I was unsure if the movement was halved or if each square consumed extra movement. That's where I was lost. Okay, then I will. I'll be fine from here, I think. Mr. Green over here, white collar criminal number 2 with the green, or not Mr. Green. He's just got green health. Can I draw a relatively okay line from my height advantage?
I will tell you what, instead of giving you a +1 for height, because you need that height to shoot over the other, the people in that are closer to him than you, I'll just let you do it at par. It's fine. Okay. So hang on, let's back up here. Last round, flat check, you cleared your gun, but did you reload it?
I didn't have to clear it, and yes, I reloaded.
Okay. Moving on.
Yeah.
Have at him.
Much better. Much better.
What'd you get?
24 for a critical.
Very nice. And damage? Tips the hat, has his gun, on his hip, does this awesome roll right off of Gaz's back, takes a sexy leg, hops up on top there, and like a cat who's always a dick, scoots off with one foot paw, whatever somebody had on there, drops it on the floor. Only momentary distracted, lines up a perfect shot straight over the guy's head and shoots the guy high in center mass for 13 points of damage. The guy goes staggering back and actually hits the floor.
When I hear the shot, I like almost drop the keys. I'm like, whoa.
Get a reflex save.
I believe that was 2 actions.
Hang on a second. So a cannon goes off, you're fine. But the precise sharpshooting of a cat screws you up.
Right?
How's that? Yeah,
That's not fair.
he's deaf in one ear. What? How does that work?
I thought because it's a harmonica gun, it makes like some harmonic crazy sound.
No, it's just designed to hunt a bird.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Forget what I said then.
Sorry. Action left. Yes, Mr. Smoker.
Okay, then I'll reload.
All right. Goss, you are up.
While reloading, and it's for no extra action other than that, the criminal to the south of me, the white crawler criminal 1, I'm just gonna lock eyes with him while I'm reloading my gun.
Feel free to make that foreshadowing for a great feat called Intimidating Glare. You're just working on it. It's a great feat. Maybe he's just working it out, You don't know what he's gonna take when he levels. That's a really good feat for a cat folk, because they always talk about the cat stare. Looking like it wants to murder you.
I'm gonna slow blink him to let him know he's not a threat to me.
Oh, okay. He's very happy about that. Gauze.
Well, I have had enough of this dancing around and this little piddly stuff going on. So before I get too far in, I'm going to ask you one of them their questions. And did you say before that we were living and a little bit tired?
Fatigued because you guys spent too much of your night doing recon. So you all have the fatigue condition.
That is just going to cause a problem. So I'm going to put away these knucklebusters, and I'm going to reach behind my back where you see these little fancy little feathers, and I'm going to pull them out, and I am going to swing them at this wonderful white collar criminal 1, because I've just had enough of his playing around.
Okay, go for it. An action put away, an action to draw, third action to actually swipe, and
we have a 23 for a hit there, Mr. Yeah.
Imagine his surprise when you pull your, I'm talking about the Vegas feathers, it looks like the peacock feather, right? He pulls out the stick, swipes it at the guy, and instead of tickling his front opens up like a tin can and draws blood as it reveals that that's the feathers.
We are going to score hit with 9 damage to this poor little gentleman here.
Opening up with your feather axe, and you drop him to the ground. Round 4. May I remind you, your disguises only stay in place for 10 rounds. Benzo.
I've got 2 keys left.
Since you dropped your keys or almost dropped your keys for role-playing flavor, I'll be nice. I'm not going to make you,
Thanks. It was literally just.
No, it was good. It was good. Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna try key number 2 on the left lock again, because I've got 2 left, so I might as well just try one of them.
Yep.
I'm gonna say it's number 2. Left lock. Does it work?
No.
So that's one action.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try the last key.
Okay. Also no. We have a brand new lock and several keys to try with your third action if you want to just... You don't even have to move. Back to the D3? Or do you want to just tell me? Key number 2, key number 3, or key number 4? Key number 1 got you back here. So that was key number 1.
No, key number 4 got me back here.
Oh, key number 4 got you back here. It's all right. And I'm also keeping it because I think there's maybe only 3 keys.
Oh, really?
It's fine. Because
Okay.
like I said, that after you've tried 3 and, you know.
So yeah, I'll go to the right lock, and I'll try the key number 3.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. It actually turns. And there's the most happy, resounding click noise. Sonny's so excited he pees a little. And that's 1 lockdown. 1 to go. But these keys are on 1 ring. You can unlock this one, but to take the key out, you actually have to turn it back and it locks it. Almost like the whole missile key scenario. Strong hint that maybe, both keys are not on the same ring. This key must stay in the lock, turned, and kept at that position. If only we had, I don't know, other options. What do you guys think you'd need?
I think maybe we'd need another key, or perhaps a daring do roguelike individual with the deft fingers of a locksmith.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Or maybe explosives.
Counting as difficult terrain, moving through the people. Bank Gold Broker Tank number 1 slides along the wall, pushes its way through people as difficult terrain, pulls a javelin and tosses it at the man who is atop the tower, raining death upon... Oh, that's an obvious threat.
Hey, man. Come on.
Throws the javelin, the natural 1. He's on a wall. Okay, he winds back and jams it into the wall, and his metal hand slides forward, and the javelin stays there. So not only did he miss his attack, now he's got to pull it out of the wall. Such a terrible critical miss on a 1.
Happens to the best of us, man.
Tank Broker number 2 has a grab on the guy. I forgot to actually have the guy with his hey, let go. He actually does get a chance to try to escape. And fails that miserably anyway. As a double action, I have a hold, has creature restrained, has a free grab on a guy. I do the hog tie. It has a spool of rope on its shoulder. And while holding the guy, it reaches up with the other hand and just pulls the rope out and just starts tying this guy up. And that's what I do for my turn. Meanwhile, inside the bank, reacting to Sonny's hey, right? Okay. Both of them put up a hand and shake at no. Either they don't want to leave or just, no matter what's going on out there, you are not allowed in here. But they don't close, they don't attack. So maybe they do believe you, because we could easily poke you guys with javelins. Between someone acting like a bank teller and someone talking like a bank teller, perhaps you've given them just enough pause. But now you guys are acting a little sus. They certainly, they don't seem to fall for the whole, let us open the door for you. Not that we could, But they are obviously making it clear through pantomime that, they're not agreeing with what you're saying. We are not leaving the vault and you are not coming in. And that's what they do. White criminal collar. Criminal number 3. Tries to escape. I mean, the dude's tying me up. Do I have any options? Surely I have some options. Some options, please. Let's see. Cuts a length of rope from the supply and its chassis. Tie up the restrained creature.
Do not resist. Do not resist.
I don't know if they can talk. Creature is restrained until it escapes or forces open the rope with a successful DC 15 check. Typically, roll of thievery, check to escape, or an athletics check to force open the rope. Restrained creatures don't take -2 on this check for not using a crowbar. Good to know. Rope has hardness 2, 8 hit points if I want to start cutting it. Okay, I'm going to flex my muscles. And I'm going to flex with a 17. Ooh, that's pretty good. What is my athletics? Athletics 3. 20. Okay. So as the guy's tying him up, he's struggling. He's trying not to be restrained. And when he's done with his little bow, isn't quite secure, and this guy manages to free himself of the ropes. Then I'm going to get my weapon back right in front of this thing. I wonder if these things have attacks of opportunity. Wouldn't that be funny? Nice that they're blowing all their secrets in front of like everybody else. Just like, yeah, kind of revealing all this. Well, I don't know. There's nothing in here that says they wouldn't. You got everyone's causing a fuss. Where are we here? Come on, Mr. Gold Tank. What do you got for me? Gloves off. Blah blah. Yes, we have attacks of opportunity. The guy goes for his weapon. He smacks him. Doink. Where are we here? Who is in front of you? Number 2. Wood gold hammer number 2. Yep. Tag of opportunity. So I am clicking on the reaction. I have burned my reaction. Very important note, guys, and new audience. Everyone gets a single reaction a turn, and it doesn't reset until it comes back to their turn. And blowing an attack of opportunity, the little hook symbol, arrow, uses that. But there's all kinds of things, you guys. Even spells sometimes can be reactions. Attack of opportunity. Well, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to smack you. So he goes for his weapon, and for his trouble, he gets a small, solid hit, and hits him really hard, gets the free grab, but the guy just kind of goes limp shirt in the thing's hand. And white collar criminal is... I'm going to leave him on the board, though. Sundamar. Sunny.
That sickening the end metal smack as he falls to the ground. I'm just like, ooh.
You remember we talked about some of the intel about, especially the inventor, about how they put the big padded gloves, the big Mickey Mouse gloves on these things? These do not have them on today.
Yep.
So damage is lethal, I think. Oh, hang on, let me just double check. Pretty sure it says, yeah. Yeah, unlike most clockwork handlers, these brokers strike the non-lethal trait because they don't have the padding on their limbs. Sonny!
All right, I'm gonna talk to Benzo.
Okay.
Keep talking to him. I'm going to pull out my thieves tool from my bandolier, which is a free action.
Okay.
And
now he's got the one in front of you, reaching through him. Like you can interact with adjacent square, but because I've been extra nice about the handlers inside, I'm going to cost you a movement to get to the other side of him, so you have free access on this key.
Okay.
Okay.
So then I have 2 actions left, so I will try and disable a device.
Drawing from your bandolier is a free action for your tools?
If it's the whole mounted or equipped tools thing, you can have up to 2 bulk of tool items on your belt, so to speak.
Cool.
That can be pulled for free.
Awesome.
That's how healers utilize healer kits effectively in combat and stuff.
Yes, it's actually how I believe you kept the party from not avoiding a TPK, because everyone was stabilized when they were knocked unconscious in episode 30 of Monster Interrupted, starring a lot of this cast. Check it out. It's a cluster of... yeah. Anyway.
Cluster is an accurate word.
We have a very interesting idea about how to revive that show, because one of the party members was not present. But getting back to Mr. Thievery.
I got a 15 to try and disable that device.
Okay. That is unsuccessful. And the way this lock is made up, you're actually going to need a couple of consecutive checks. Even though this is a simple lock with a DC base of like 20, you actually need 3. Now that you've interacted with this, I'll be kind and say you're looking at 3 checks. Now, some DMs might go, yes, no, yes. I like putting a timer on this. And the best way you can put a timer on it is to let the player know what he's up against. 3 checks, DC 20, first is a failure. You've got 1 action left. Oh, sorry, thievery. Let's talk about thievery, the skill. Let's talk about disarming a device and picking a lock.
2 actions.
It is. So you are done for the round, aren't you?
Yup.
All right, which brings us to Carissa. Atticus, get ready, you're on deck. Carissa, what do you want to do?
I guess I want to start moving towards everybody else.
Okay. With the help from your catfolk friend covering your back, the room in this corner is clear. Everyone else is cowing and looks scared to death. No one's pulling a weapon. There is a guy dangling from the end of a robot. But you must move through difficult terrain to get straight through. If you go straight along the counter, there are civilians. If you go towards the guy that's dangling, you may have to deal with attack of opportunity bots.
Yeah, I'm not going that way. I will go through the civilians.
All right. They count as difficult terrain. So basically, if you're heading to where? The door? On the far side? Like, where's your end game here?
Towards Goss and Atticus.
Okay. So if you count, the first is 5. The second is 10. 15. 25. That's a single move. Excuse me, ma'am. Another move. 5. 10. 15 puts you here, unless you wish to be somewhere else.
No, that works perfect for now.
Okay. And action left. What do you want to do? Now, you guys can communicate freely, but to be polite on turn, besides, like Spiegler's favor, we usually say who has the turn has the floor as far as speaking as well.
I guess shoot at the gold tank broker 1. That's the one that threw the javelin, correct?
Yes, but you'd have to shoot right between the legs of your friend. I mean, that's fine, but halflings, are they small or are they medium?
Halflings are small.
Then there's a counter in your way. Unfortunately for you, that's cover.
Okay, then I will just yell out at how everything is going in the back, and I will call it done for now.
Okay. Now, you are also free to climb up here and get your cat moves on if you wish. Setting up for another round.
If possible, I would preemptively spend an action to aid her.
Okay. Another good action, when you don't know what to do at the end of your round, recall knowledge. Pick a monster. What do I know about these guys? Do these guys are some affiliation? They're the dying company? What's with these mug-faced dudes that attacked us? Or what's with those robots? What do we know about them? Like, don't ever waste an action. If you have nothing to do, recall knowledge is a great resource that seems to take too much at the beginning of combat, but if you're sitting on 2 actions with a third to go, highly recommended for a third action.
I was going to say I'll try and climb up.
Okay. In that case, shall we place you a little bit, not quite all that way? And
Sure.
Up you go. Can I have athletics or acrobatics, your choice?
17, sorry.
Okay. Deftly planting her cannon in the ground like a pole vault and getting one ankle up, and then nimbly she just does, like, as soon as she gets an ankle on there, it's like such muscle control of this little halfling, she just tilts up like one of those birds on a stick, like, and stands beside you, ready to go. Atticus.
I'm going to level the barrel of my rifle at a gold tank broker 1.
Okay.
Sir, let me show you how a real shot is taken.
Now, I might have said Sam +2 because he's about to aid you, but I like the idea of you maybe trying it alone and not thinking he would aid you because you guys are first mission together. So even though the hand comes down, I'll let you go it alone. You're fine, and I won't cost Atticus that action.
Okay.
But in future, I'll call him on it, delay the action, and give you a bonus, like you would have got a bonus to that roll. Okay. So down comes the hand, then he does the hair smooth. Okay, you don't want my... It's like... Sorry, you were saying Atticus.
Ka-chow. Miss.
No.
I will reload, and you know what? We're going to take that -5 to fire again.
All right.
Nope. And that's
Nope.
my actions.
Okay. Well,
Bang!
I actually have that sound playing right on top of you saying those noises. I actually have a carbine reloading and going bang, and as I press the button, you made the noises. It's really... and it's on the same track, so I can't separate them.
Nice.
But hey, everyone deserves to get their pew 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 on, so I never edit that. All right. So that is you, sir?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Gauze. Your feather bola dripping with blood. the edge of it, revealed. Now the whole thing is just dissolves into a weapon, a big axe.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you to my favorite friend, Scourgeborn Venom. He is going to slice and dice so many people. Now, whatever shall we do with all of these bad guys that are no longer here?
Well, there's a couple of gold tank bankers. One threw a javelin into a wall. Oops.
Well, he is not a very nice gentleman. Maybe we should go and speak to him. I would believe that he is right here behind me over here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's him right there. So I think that we are going to swing Scourgeborn Venom at this poor, unfortunate gentleman.
Single step puts you adjacent on an angle, not to have to worry about any attack of opportunity. And
so we forgot the modifier. So we have a 14.
14?
Yes, sir.
Now, you're fatigued. It's automatic, and there's no more modifiers because he's in the open.
Oh, okay. So then it's a 15.
Yeah, that was cover I was whining about earlier. 15. Where is my AC? Huh.
Hopefully it's in the gutter.
It's higher than... Sorry. You swing close, you scratch metal, but it doesn't seem to damage him. You got to do a little bit better.
Well, we're going to try again.
All right. With the negatives on the next time. Oh, critical die. Okay.
Ooh, that's bad. That's really bad.
Swinging back. Okay. So something I've been doing with critical misses is not like bowstring snapping and anything really bad. Usually in the game we default is it kind of plays forward and costs you an action your next turn, and it's sort of a weapon recovery. You're off balance, it got stuck, that kind of thing. Unless we get into like natural ones, and I might maybe do something evil, but probably not. So, with a natural 3 and hitting a 4, you swing once, coming in, right to left, scratch him up. Swing back, and right below the cat's feet, you nick the counter and kind of wedge your axe in there, which will get you, cost you an action to yank it out, recover it next turn.
You couldn't have just made it simple and I could just break a heel?
No.
I'm
not having you gallop up and down to one side as you do your performance. Forget it.
Oh,
my
show must go
well
on.
Then, I'm going to have to pull my axe, pull Venom out of the counter.
Next turn. So that brings us to... yeah?
My disguise's beard and hair puffs up when the axe chunks into the thing underneath.
Bends over on all fours and grabs the counter tightly, hissing at you. Benzo, round 5. We're running the clock, buddy. What do you want to do? The handlers inside look like they're going to mix it up with you. They haven't drawn weapons yet, but, they're confronting positions, shall we say. You kind of know how this go down as soon as that door is going to open.
The manager was asking me to come and check on you guys to make sure, to check the last time you guys had your maintenance. And
they know that half their numbers have been taken away for maintenance. I'll give you a +2 to that deception, sir. That's a good line. It's maintenance day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might need you guys to self shut down, and I can run the diagnostic. Now, is that diplomacy for me?
It's deception because you're lying.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not trained in lying. I'm not trained in deception.
Now, if you want... Oh, it's okay. You're just not very good at it.
Got a 12 + 4.
Okay.
16.
So, instead of giving you a bonus, your lie, I'll treat it as trained because it's believable. It's maintenance day.
Right.
Fair enough? Okay.
And does that take my whole turn? Because I'm not going to do anything else.
I mean, usually chatting with someone is like a minute, and doing something like intimidating glare is like a single action. So what I'm seeing this as is like, unless there's something you want to do deceptively, like get your gun ready or your spell ready, or you're trying to distract them with this lie. Is there anything you want to do with other actions in the background?
I'll cast. If I cast shield on myself, is that visible?
Yeah, that's also considered. Remember, one guy's got a spotlight right in your face. They have a good look at everything you're doing.
Yeah,
that gives us a +1 to perceive.
I'm just gonna end my turn then after the deception.
All right. Let's see how this plays out. Kind of a stalemate. I mean, we could be attacking you, but you could be coming in. So this automaton looks down for a second at its scratch, and instead of pulling its javelin, it just comes at you, Miss Jessica. Fists a-flailing, trying to grab you and smack you about. It misses with its first, and since it doesn't have to move, I'm still going to cost it its action, hence the hesitation looking down. -5 for the second. 2 solid misses. It just starts swinging at you like a drunk boxer, easily avoided with bad, timed robotic movements. Number 2.
Listen here, you bad man. You are not going to get me with that.
As a double move, I tie up my corpse. And as a free action, I drop him to the ground, and then we move to the next guy. So I move around people. Excuse me. 5. I'll count that as 10 because I actually have to breach through people. Like, go diagonally. So what did I say? Hog tie, and it just basically he just moves towards the halfling and the cat on the catwalk. No? Okay. Sorry. I know. Ever since I did that accent, I can't remember what I said. Oh yeah, I started singing Deep in the Heart of Texas, and our Texan, Joeseph, asked me never to do that again. I've been actually thinking for a couple of weeks about ways to do things and just get him to ask me to never do that again. So how about the catwalk, no?
No, that's fine. It's just as Deep in the Heart of Texas. Just no.
Okay, sorry. Perception against your deception. You tell it to shut itself off because it's maintenance day. It does not seem to like that at all. It actually draws its javelin and readies it, but it does not advance. It does not throw it. The one with the spotlight just stands there, cocking its head at you. And that's those 2 guys. White collar criminal, number dead. Okay, well, I'm just a corpse tied up, so we'll just skip him. Sonny.
Oh, man. Well, I think I'm going to try thievery again. Disable device. Hoping for a critical.
Okay. A critical will actually count as 2 attempts.
25.
Ooh. Got to get 10 over, but you're on the right track. Those sweet, sweet tumblers whistle to you. They click. They excite you. It's probably why you wear Depends, or maybe it's just your age. 1 click. 2 to go.
How about a knowledge recall for my last action?
Sure.
I do have lore engineering.
Oh, so you like something... Okay, if you give me a lore engineering, I can tell you something about the way these things are built. If you give me recall knowledge, I can talk about their function and long walks on the beach and blah, 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 things they can do.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with engineering.
Okay.
Maybe they'll give me something. Oh, natty 1 for a 6.
These things are shoddily put together. They should have armor classes of 9 and just fall apart.
Perfect.
Yeah, it didn't really take automaton. Some things about this, perhaps there's magic involved as well as just automation, because they seem to move and do things like magic. How do those gears work? I can't see the gears. Defy the laws of physics, Scotty. Anyway, good try. Carissa, you are up. Atticus, get ready. You're on deck. Carissa, what do you want to do?
Shoot. Gold tank broker number 2.
Guy in front of you. All
Yep.
right. Using a missile weapon in front of a guy with attack of opportunity. Does that provoke Joe?
I don't believe so, but I'm going to double check. I know it used to, but I don't know 2nd edition well enough to be able to tell you.
Well, one way or other, I'm probably going to get shot in the face. So go ahead, Carissa. Natural
28 with a nat 20.
Natural 20. So nice. Right in his face.
7 points of damage.
You blow a great big hole into it. And like most undead or things that don't feel, it reacts to the force, the hampered damage, but not pain. So it shudders, but more because you've screwed up its innards, not dropped it and not hurt it. But maybe a little bit of oil spurts out, bleed, bleed, bleed.
So I don't think it's necessarily that the attack itself provokes an attack of opportunity. I think it's a lot of times the reaction they have denotes how it's used. Does that make sense?
I'm pretty sure interacting with something in front of someone provokes. So using a ranged weapon may or may not. I'll give it to you for now. We'll look into this later. Like if she started reloading in front of them, I know that provokes. And if you move without stepping, I know that provokes. But just firing said bow, I think they got rid of the whole, I shoot a bow, I shoot a crossbow, you know what I mean? Adjacent fire of missile, they might have gotten rid of that. So err on the side of caution, because we don't want to beat up a player that's already half beat up. With your nat 20 attack of opportunity or no, big hole in him, he takes a possible swing and you defeat it with a shot. Do you want to reload in front of me? Provoking an attack of opportunity? Yes, Joe.
So the attack of opportunity action itself, if that is the action they have, it does say a ranged attack does provoke.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
The actual attack of opportunity, again, assuming that their reaction is called that, you lash out, blah, 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 make a melee strike against the triggering creature. Your attack is a critical hit. Oh, that's not important. Trigger. A creature within your reach uses a manipulate action or a move action, makes a ranged attack, or leaves a square during a move action it's using.
Right. But I thought okay, so I threaten a square and you leave it, but doesn't taking a step action over a stride?
Correct. I believe it's the idea that particular step action states that it doesn't trigger attacks of opportunity.
Okay. So, 21. Sam. You pull up the cannon, it tries to smack you in the kneecaps. Okay, with a 21, it hits you, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And it actually grabs Sam and yanks her, and she hits the counter hard and actually gains the dying condition before she fires. Okay, now, technically, the attack of opportunity is resolved before you go, and because you're unconscious, it would counter it. However, your action of firing the gun is what provoked. So the gun is going off. So since you actually got a critical nat 20, I'm going to keep the damage. I'm going to say that even though you fell over, the gun goes off flat on the counter, mid-mass, and you still get your shot because it was a nat 20. But there's some ground in there about the whole what happened when it happened kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, our halfling is down, and you gain the dying 1 condition. Now, a couple things about dying. Every round, you have a chance just to self-stabilize. Someone can run over with a spell, but not on smoke side, and stabilize you. Someone can run over with battle medicine, probably not first level, and stabilize you. Or hopefully your con will rally. And every round we go past you, you bleed out, dying 2, dying 3. You got 3 rounds, because when you get to the 4th round, dying 4 is you're dead. There's no coming back from that. So when you're hovering around dying 2 or dying 3, you could use a hero point. And your hero point, you can automatically, I believe it's either stabilize or remove the dying condition, and you jump to wounded 1, blah, blah, blah. However, it's not unheard of, unless you just really want to almost get back on your feet, to save that hero point till you're a little closer to 2 and 3, as opposed to 1. Up to you.
Okay.
Okay? And yes, Joe.
So as a quick note, you don't need battle medicine to stabilize, only to actually heal damage. The stabilization action, I think, is just a use of the medicine skill, and it just takes actions to do it.
Sweet. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. While we're still going, actually, it's your go, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll do you, and then afterwards, I'll get you to tell me hero point. Does it remove dying condition, or does it just stabilize?
I believe it just stabilizes, but I'll get to that in a moment.
Yep.
So I'm going to use a move action to do the withdrawal or whatever the safe movement is.
Okay. Now you can't step in difficult terrain unless you have feats and you are standing on difficult terrain.
Can I hop off of this as part of it?
Yep. But that's an acrobatic check, and because you're difficult terrain, it will provoke. However, he just used his reaction for the turn on her, so you're good. You're pretty much clear.
So what I'll do then, did he grab her when he knocked her out?
Yep.
Okay.
Free grab.
Okay. I will... It's not going to have any effect on it because I actually think I need to reload as well. Yep, I'm going to reload. I'm going to put the barrel straight to his head, this thing's head, and let her go, you son of a bitch, and fire.
Okay. So because it's Burns' attack of opportunity, you can casually, making eye contact, don't close, don't wink. Yep. You are hostile, I get it. Reload, hold up in his face, and kapowie. And I will give you a +1 to hit for high ground.
That makes it 25 total.
Nice.
I forgot to add the +1.
That's okay.
So
not a crit, but nice. And let's target this guy. Damage.
3 damage, not much.
Okay. Kablam. Again with the shuddering. Yep. Took it in the face and took it like a champ. Anything else?
I'm gonna reload.
Okay. As you are acting and manipulating objects, I will take an action for you to stay here. Now there's moving versus, if you're just standing there doing nothing, watching everyone do their banking, I got no problem. But in combat, you are hyper aware, you are tense, things are moving around, and you are sort of not dancing in place, but you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm probably asking for a roll that's not necessary, but how many actions have you burned?
This turn?
Yeah.
3. This will be my 3rd.
Okay. I'm not going to make you burn an action or take back an action to burn it, but I would still like an acrobatics check to sort of keep you happy and dandy up here.
9 total.
Okay. I'm going to say 10 to traverse and 5 to stay put. Okay. Because it's a pretty wide counter, so you're okay. I was just looking for a word, like a flat check, worst case scenario.
No, I understand.
Okay.
Makes sense.
A little bit of flavor and fun. Which brings us to Gauze. Sorry, paging Jessica Rabbit. Her microphone's muted. But she looks really good in that dress. There we go.
Well, we got to be a little fancy here now, boys and girls. All right, so since we have Scourgeborn Venom still stuck in the countertop, we are going to pull him free. Mm-hmm. So that would be 1. And then we are going to target this nasty gentleman over here, and we're hopefully going to take his head right off.
You actually have the acoustic like those old crooners that are up on stage. There's that ever so slight echo. When she's in character, she really commits. All right, go right ahead.
Oh,
natural 1.
Don't think that is gonna do it.
As you swing, all right, for whatever reason, the plaster in the wall lets go, and the javelin comes down. Screwing up your move, and it causes you to skitch up. And again, 2 hands on this weapon. I won't make you drop it. But it's almost like you ride this rail, right? So imagine this thing comes down over its shoulder, and as you swing to its head, it locks onto the javelin and rides it like a rail up towards it, but then straight into the wall, and it embeds itself again in the hole because of the plaster rather tightly, and you're done.
You are not a nice man.
Natural 1, and I didn't even make you drop it. I am such a nice DM. I'm beyond nice. Though, again, that's not by rules as written, ladies and gentlemen. It's not necessarily to have crit misses anything, but I do like the idea of that costing an action for time. Time is such an issue. We are on round 6. Benzo, round 6. Tick tock. They don't seem to be buying it. One actually is threatening you with a weapon now. Perhaps at this point, 2 bluffs down and slowly in slow motion. Like, I love how the two of you guys are casually talking these things down while there's like wildfire and shots and all this shit going on just beyond the tills. Like, you know, you guys just having this casual, you know, heist going on back here. Benzo.
I guess I can.
You can also ready an action. Okay, you're sitting there holding the key. You're waiting for the rogue to pull his weight. And he needs a couple more checks. Unfortunately, it could take a couple more rounds, but you could hold the key. You could draw a weapon and ready it. You know, you could even just pull a weapon and, you know, chuck a dagger at them. Surely they won't retaliate with a big javelin through the bar. No, no. Okay, maybe that might be a bad idea. But
you know what? I can see Gold Tank Broker number 2 in front of Carissa that just took her down from where I am, right?
You're a small creature? No. But you did hear a yelp, and, you know, the catfolk guy managed to fall to his knees going, "No, die!" You know, anyway, there are some oaths, something about, you know, "How dare you? My only friend," something.
Something Grabthar's hammer.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm actually just going to sneakily touch, what's his name? Sonny's dagger.
Like a bad touch, or?
No, like you have your whatever your primary weapon is that you're using. I'm gonna touch that and use magic weapon on it.
Oh, you're gonna cast a spell on his dagger.
Yeah.
So he says to you, "Pull out your dagger. I'm gonna cast a spell on it," and he's waist height. I don't know. I'm sorry. I just love tormenting Drew.
Yeah, like while he's working on the lock, I can like just. It's like basically dangling in my face, and I can just be like, "Chow."
Okay.
Ka-chow.
I have no comment to any of this.
I know, it's just so going right over his head too. You cast magic weapon on what is dangling in front of you, and
yeah,
and
can you target him for me?
Oh yeah, let's see if there's actually any mechanics in Fantasy Grounds. Go ahead. Magic weapon. Let's talk about what magic weapon does.
It is a level 1 spell.
Mm-hmm.
Costs 2 actions. It's like somatic or whatever because I'm a sorcerer, so I'll be like, this is gonna do some more damage, and then I just
possibly.
This will be.
What does it do? Because there are 2 types of runes.
Yeah. It glimmers with magic and energy. The target becomes a +1 striking weapon, gaining +1 item bonus to attack rolls, and increasing the number of weapon damage dice to 2.
Okay. I want to say promiscuous rune, but no, there's a fundamental rune and another kind of rune. One gives the +1 to hit, and because it's taking on the striking quality, that's what doubles the damage dice. So yeah, sorry, my bad. The gnome is right. Don't listen to me. Extra damage for you.
And +1 to hit for you.
Yes, and +1.
Yes.
All right. Which brings us...
I
sorry.
clicked cast. I don't know if that did anything.
Probably not. Well, it just says you magic weaponed.
Okay. Effect, magic weapon, 1d4.
Is there a little voodoo doll on your page there? A little button with like a
I
little
see an
voodoo
effect
doll?
on me now.
Yeah.
I think it worked.
Yeah, and his next attack or whatever might actually have that. So
Yeah.
which
Cool. I see it in the combat tracker.
brings us to Gold Tank Broker number 1. Javelin is on the floor. I have my fisticuffs, so I'm going to swing at the lady with a big axe. And with one fisticuff, I miss. And with another fisticuff, I miss again. Critical miss. It actually swings wide and stumbles off balance, and it needs to sort of right itself, costing itself an action. I'm not going to give you an opening as far as AC goes, because we're a solid tank of a tin can. But I got to tell you, in the other show, when Matt casts slow on the enemy, restricting it to 2 out of 3 actions a round, it is devastating to the monster side of the combat. Next Gold Tank Broker. I'm going to take a double action to cut a length of rope and hog tie an unconscious halfling. And I'm happy about that. And I'm using an interact action at the cat's feet. Do you have any kind of attack of opportunity, Mr. Catfolk, Mr. Smoke Fur?
Unfortunately, I don't believe I do. I'm checking because even if I did, I would need a weapon that could utilize it. Handy.
Butt stroke with the rifle. Can you not pop a guy with the butt of the rifle?
It is. I think technically that's something you'd have to have a feat or an extra class feature to do. It itself, or if it was like a axe musket kind of thing. But the Harmona gun is just all it does is go boom.
You'd risk damaging the weapon, so you don't want to do that. Okay.
There's something I could do on my turn, but it would risk damaging my partners, and I don't want to do that either.
Okay. Well, then we won't discuss it because, you are being evaluated. This is a test. A field test, but still a test. All right. So I tie up for double action, and as a third, I will pull her off the counter. So now I actually have a hold of the character. I'm carrying her or dragging her. Whatever way you want to put it. And that's him. Clockwork number 3. Perceiving, watching, and then you guys start playing around with the lock. I step forward and I'm going to take a jab at the guy that's not using keys. Hello. I will give you some cover. What?
Is that me?
That's you.
I will use my reaction.
Okay, what's that?
Nimble dodge.
Ooh, do tell.
So as a reaction, if a creature targeting you with an attack, and I can see the attacker, I can definitely dodge out of the way, gaining a +2 circumstance bonus to AC against the triggering attack.
Okay. I will give him a penalty to the roll. That gives you the armor class. How about that?
Okay.
I'll take the -2. Okay. Now, funny enough, I'm actually going to roll at par because I have a plus something to a fist and a lower plus to throwing the javelin. They don't actually have stabbing with the javelin. So the penalty actually is kind of built in because I'm stabbing with it. And that's your 2. So poking with you with the javelin, even though it looks like a ranged, and he misses. And with -5, he's going to poke you again. Because we don't know when to give up. We just love tempting fate. Nope, 2 misses. Okay, but no critical misses. Well played. On your combat tracker, Crossroads on Fantasy Grounds, there should be, if you pop that open, okay, there should be a spot on you where you actually have a reaction comma and like a check where you can I use my reaction. I guess I can put it on you too. I think you have yours in here somewhere.
I think for us, it's in our actions tab.
Okay. Yeah, I actually don't see it here.
I just checked that off.
Oh, yeah, and now it's checked on mine. Very cool. Okay, awesome. And now I lost track of... Right, he came forward. Clockwork. Next Clockwork dude, if you please. That one, nope. Right, the one's in there, still shining the light. Okay, buddy starts attacking. No, he's gonna wait. I'm in the way. I'm still not processing this properly. It's actually Sonny's go.
Oh, that was unexpected. Maybe I will attack the lock with my new magical weapon.
Okay. Let's look at the lock. Flimsy door. Nope. Where's the lock? Boop, 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 boop. Barred metal inner door. 2 simple locks. Does not give... It gives me information on the door you guys came through. Does not give me information on the steel barred... I'm assuming that if I just look at my DM screen here and look for an item, like if a solid door, or okay, flimsy door is like hardness 5 and 10 hit points, steel bars and a steel lock are probably going to be, difficult at best. What do we got here? Hardness 18, reinforced wood, hardness 15. Yeah, I'm guessing that you can tell that no matter how much damage you do with your dagger, like even if you maxed out, it's not going to be enough to get past its hardness and even do a single hit point at this time.
Okay. Well, then I think what I'm gonna just get out of here. They're attacking us. There's no way I'm gonna be able to unlock this while being attacked.
Okay. Now you can attack him through the bars and drop him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how much ammo you got, but you can back off and chuck stuff at him and see. You know, it's a matter of attrition because.
You know what? Sure, I'll try and attack this clockwork humanoid number 3.
Okay. Now, if you just stab him, you get to keep your weapon. If you want to throw something at him,
No, I will stab him with my magic rapier now.
okay.
With a 23 total.
That hits. Damage.
Okay, looks like we got a 10 damage.
Okay.
Altogether.
So it didn't double the rapier's damage. For whatever reason, though, it's pulled up your D4, your deadly effect, or D8 or whatever. Don't know why
Did
it's
I
given.
get a...
Is that the magic?
No, it would double his dice. Not sure why.
The
it did
base
that.
dice.
Yeah.
Unless it's calling it a crit for some reason.
No, you would need higher.
No, I meant from the magic weapon. If it was giving me a purple just for the crit.
Crit would be 26. So, I'm not sure. Anyway,
Oh no, you're right. That's the wrong die.
maybe I'm flat-footed or something's going on with this guy. Anyway, I still like fantasy grounds or no. We'll let it stand. Give me an additional D6 from the magic.
So that's a
Nice.
6.
Okay.
So that was one action, right?
It says effects 1d4. Oh, maybe it's actually just giving you the wrong dice as magical extra damage.
Yeah, it could be. Now
Yeah.
that you have your, did you have your rapier out before?
Yeah.
Well, see, it's casting it on you, but it doesn't know what weapon. So anyway, it's fine. The 1 that it rolled on a d4.
Oh
I'm
no,
going-
I have to pick what. I have like 4, or I have 5 different selections. One of them's a D4, one of them's a D6, one of them's a D8, and to
you
match
pick-
your die.
Oh, I gotcha.
Okay. Awesome. Well,
I
that's
just
fine.
picked the wrong one.
That's fine. So, like I said, it rolled a d4 with a 1. I will take that away and substitute your 6. Or in this case, because it was 10 points, I'm going to add 5 and just smack this thing for another 5. So, which clockwork guy are you doing? Number 3?
Yep, 3.
Okay. So, I owe this guy 5 more points of damage. Youch. And you are good. But it's still kind of cool that Fantasy Grounds builds the mechanic of the spell. Like, that's neat. I just really like that. All right.
So action number 2, I'd like to hit him again.
Okay.
With a 20,
Nice.
dirty 20 hit.
Okay. Now, did you do the next one over with the penalties?
Yes, I did.
Okay, because there's the 3, right? You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Fire away.
Oh, it did that thing again.
No, it's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so I guess it's 7.
Right. So I think said I will ignore the 4 and the D4. You roll a D6.
Yep. And well, there it is. It makes it even. So I got
Same
it.
damage.
Hey, you rolled 4. Okay. What do you expect from a bleach? No, you only get D4. I don't know you that well. I'm not giving you all my magic.
Wow.
Okay. So, a couple of good stabs, and it's a piercing weapon. Like they're blowing holes in these things, but somehow your intuition tells you because they've made this thing like a man, maybe critical gears and systems are in critical points. So stab at a joint, stab at a heart, and you actually manage to destroy this thing. The magic that makes your rapier glow. What a team. Teamwork is what's turning the tide. And teamwork has dropped 1. And the one beside it looks at it. And it looks back at you. With the big sweeping light, it's like it's on. It's so on now.
You
Kill
just
my
see
friend.
it's sitting there like, hey.
Killed my roommate. Do I really like him? Carissa. So, it's only been... Because we haven't come back to you yet, right?
Nope.
Oh, did we skip you by mistake?
No, because it
Well,
got the attack of opportunity on her last turn.
Oh, right, because Bellamy went after. Okay, so I'm just going to skip past you and see if it rolls for you, or do you want to roll at your own consequence?
See if it rolls for me.
It did not. Okay, so I believe flat check, I believe.
Yes.
Yep. And basically we go 10 plus the dying condition. You're currently at dying 1, so I need 11 or higher. So just roll a raw d20, pick it up off the fantasy grounds, drop in the window, cross your fingers, hope for the best.
Nice.
15. Okay. You stabilize. So you go from having the dying condition to having what's called the wounded condition. So now you're, I don't know, don't remember if she actually wakes up though.
No, she's still unconscious.
Yeah, but at least you're not bleeding out.
Yeah.
And we shall give you the wounded condition so that when you do come back. Now, if somebody actually casts magic on you, yay, no wounded. But for right now, wounded 1. All right.
So it is my turn, I believe.
Yes, sir. What do you want to do? Guys, get ready. You're on deck.
I'm going to... You know what? I'll take the risk. I'm going to level my rifle and make another shot.
All right.
Side note, I did find out the reload action does not actually provoke. The 3 triggers for the provoking are the manipulate act, or the anything with the manipulate function,
Okay.
anything with the move function, or a ranged attack. And
Yeah, but isn't reloading considered a manipulating?
I actually looked up a list of everything that has the manipulate tag, and reload is not on that list.
Okay.
So surprise the heck out of me.
No. We'll go with it. Like I said,
I if I had to guess, it's because reloading can take lots of actions now, depending on the weapon.
As we always say, guilt or innocent until proven asshole. So
that's fair.
I'll give it to you.
Look, I'm a cat. You say that, and I'll show
You guys are
Anyway,
first level. I'd rather err on the side of the characters than like accidentally kill a halfling. Oops, we did that. All right, moving on.
Hey,
What? No, she's only one. She's fine.
I'm gonna level the rifle, and it's gonna provoke, of course. I'm like, hey, Clanker, put my friend down. Dang it.
Control 1.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Okay.
And the weapon goes in the weapon jams. It's busted.
No, because I have someone grabbed. I don't know if I have the attack of opportunity. I don't know if I threaten while I have somebody grabbed.
That really would depend on how many. If holding onto a grabbed person takes both hands.
It only takes 1, but I said I pulled her off. Maybe not carrying, but like I said, at least dragging. This could turn the tide, so I'm going to give it to it for now. I've been pretty nice up until now. Which clanker are you pointed at? Number, what are we at here?
It's
2. Right.
Yep.
It's just I got to move my little flag around on the cannon tracker. Okay. Here's my attack of opportunity. Firing a ranged weapon. And out comes the fisticuff. And a hit. Anyway, it smacks your shin hard and grabs on. Doing 7 points of damage, Mr. Smokefur. Now, as far as I know, it provokes this. It's not necessarily stop your action.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, like they talk about moves, and it'll actually say if you actually do the attack of opportunity with a monk, and it'll stop the guy's movement and blah blah blah. But as far as I know, as you level the gun and there's that hesitation in the aim, it grabs and hurts you real bad. Ow. Now they do talk about in the old rules about the damage being a penalty to your roll, but -7 would be really hard, and I don't think second edition is that crunchy. So the damage you did. Where are we here? Oh, did you miss? Where's the hit? Did you hit?
I fumbled. I didn't do any damage to him.
Oh, sorry.
My gun jammed.
Oh, because you did the crit miss.
Yep.
Oh, so let's talk about what happens to you on a crit miss. Not only does he smack you in the shin and grab hold of your ankle for good measure, What's happening to you and your gun?
Well, it is jammed.
Okay.
It gains it's basically broken. And I cannot use it for a normal, basically without like trying to clean it and fix it. So
Okay, now
it is basically out of.
Yeah, you got to clear it. They call it clearing the weapon.
Well, as far as I know from what I read, the way this gun works is it's basically broken until I can fix it.
So on a natural one, it just jams and it's no longer part of the fight.
Yeah, there's some maintenance stuff I would have to do beforehand
No,
that I
he
did.
failed the DC 5 check after
Yeah,
he
I
got the
did.
crit miss.
Yeah,
See the
that's
4
why.
in the chat.
So the way I would prevent that happening is I have to basically announce that I'm doing a thing beforehand that I didn't say I was doing.
Okay, so the crit miss is an
So-
auto. It provokes the flat check, as Spiegler said. For now,
Yep.
you're okay. So that's not so bad. So there's a 20% chance of okay. Well, at least not every crit one's going to be like death to all harmonic guns. Okay, not looking good. To finish, yes.
I still have 2 actions, correct? Or did I lose one from the crit?
Your gun jams. I think that's mean enough.
Okay,
Your gun is toast. So no, you have 2
That's-
actions.
fair. I'm gonna use an action to pull a dagger from my boot and try and stab him.
Okay.
That's a hit.
There we go. What'd you get?
Got 18 to hit him, and I'm dealing.
I know it says hit, but we do need to hear the numbers for the podcast. So
Okay, yeah, 18 to hit, and did 3 damage.
stabby stab. Hey, it all adds up. Now,
Oh, he resisted some of it.
yes, piercing damage, maybe.
Kurtark.
If only we knew more about these things. Which brings us finally to Gauze. To finish the round, Gauze, make it good.
Well, whatever shall we do since you have my little Scourge-born Venom friend stuck in the wall? Well, we are going to pull him free, and we are going to swing at this dastardly man who is aggravating me to no end.
Okay, may I make a suggestion?
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna be a little mean.
Oh,
Two
you-
crit misses in a row. Like I said, it's jammed in there hard. I'm actually you got to get a leg up there. It's gonna cost you 2 actions to get it free, or you could snatch up you could snatch up the javelin, but either weapon you go for is going to provoke because you were retrieving a weapon. This thing's going to punch you in the face before you even get either weapon free. Can you draw a weapon? And Joe, is that still considered interacting?
Drawing, I believe, does have the the manipulation trait.
So we are going to try something a little bit different. We are going to do a couple of things. We're going to step back.
Yep.
We're going to draw my own pretty little javelin. We're just going to reach up and we're going to pull one of them other feathers out. And we are going to throw it at this dastardly man.
All right. Mechanical man. All right. And pirouette, pivot, step away, draw a feather.
Absolutely.
Materializes
All
into a
pretty
nasty
and-
weapon. And
look at that. With a 23.
Very nice.
I'm going to stick this man for a 5 right between somewhere.
Okay. Partially resists a couple points, but it does take 3 points of damage. Piercing damage does not seem to do as much to these things, blowing holes in it, as some other kind of damage. You step away, an action. You draw a weapon, an action. But he does lunge, because he used to be part of the Olympic team, or at least his character Jessica used to be part of the Olympic team, and scores a decent hit on this creature. The scene pulls back and pans around as he throws the javelin, as the gun jams, as the other handler pulls Carissa onto the floor, as Sunny drops one and it shudders and falls down, and a woot woot of "we are winning," or "we think we're winning," from Benzo as Glowfinger says,
Good night, everybody.
and we'll see you next time. Oh, he knew it was coming. Huh? He's played with me for a year. He knew that was coming. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Have a good night. Woo.